Pluto, Jupiter, Moon, Day energy. There's a lot of energy out there. What's up? What's up? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer and teacher and shaman, seer. Hold on. Oracle, Lightworker, Starseed, Archangel, Mystic, Medium, Psychic, Witch, Yogi, Guru, Evangelist, North American Sybil. I am the Goddess of the Moon, who rules over your mind and emotions, making me your spiritual psychoanalyst and messenger of God, his very first child, the Divine Feminine, in the physical form, Lilith reincarnated. And the crowd goes motherfucking wild. Ooh, Jerry, bring him out, bring him out, bring him out. The universe loves this moment when I open my mouth. How's it going out there? All my dreams and wishes are about to come true. Really? Yeah, bro. There's this seed of unbelievable happiness growing inside of me. And it's growing outside of me. And it's magnetizing into the best life ever. Really? Yeah, I'm getting premonitions of it. I'm getting conversations. I'm getting all these little clips of it. It's really amazing. And then I saw Gabriel. Gabriel came to remind me he's still at work. Gabriel's real powerful, you know. It's a good thing that I have an alliance. And I didn't go against it. I mean, I did. So, like, you know, it's funny how you don't realize how bad you need someone. I needed Gabriel. I asked for Gabriel to bring me a Joseph. What he did for Mary, I asked him to do for me. Alright? And, I believe in his powers. He's one of the most powerful fucking angels. We talked about Michael last night. And then it was funny, my daughter came out of nowhere and she was talking about doves are really pigeons. And I was like, why do doves cry? And then this morning, I went through all of them, dude. I was in Bob Marley and then I was in Prince's Energy. And I was like, that is the most beautiful, divine, balanced divine feminine and divine masculine. He was a man, for sure. He was a beautiful divine feminine. He was like a Jesus, bro. Like, damn. Just like so beautiful and loving from the inside out. But a man, nevertheless, beautiful. Just a person that's, you know, just like Mike, walks in the room and just draws you to their energy. What a beautiful fucking soul he is. Can't say was, say is. It's an energy. So I was there. I've been all over the place in the morning. Oh, and then I was with Russ. Gosh, Russ, you're so funny to me. Man, in the quiet spaces, there's always Russ. What was it? They reminded me how I used to say, come here, Allie, let me comb your hair. And then you grew all this luscious hair and you want me to comb your hair. He's like, he just wants you to comb his hair. And I started laughing so hard. I died. Did you? Yes. I fucking love you, Russ. You're hilarious. I'd be telling you, let me cut your hair. I'm trying to take the right love. Put it somewhere else. Didn't you hear that Victoria story about me cutting my hair? Rapunzel, cut your motherfucking hair, bro. It's very empowering. It's a little scary, but it's very empowering to change your look. Everything is. To change yourself, change is very empowering. It's scary, though. Super scary. Anyway, so we're obviously in some funlicious fucking energy. I was driving down the street and my 6 fell. Just kidding. That came out. I didn't mean to say that. I was just about to say I was driving down the street and the whole thing came out. And my Impala what? And all I heard was Morgan say, Senior Swallows. And I just started laughing. I was like, oh God, what's going on with your baby daddy? I started laughing. I was like, oh God, let me call this girl. Super funny. I be hearing you guys in the astrals when I'm just chilling. I'm like, what? I heard you say Senior Swallows. Oh, well, let me tell you. I looked at her, though. When I heard it, I thought about her, and I thought about myself, and I thought about Diana, how we're in this weird stage with the Libra energy of balancing relationships. And well, I mean, I'm not. So weird. Like, I don't think there's no balance to this kind of chaos on any of our ends. To be honest, we're trying to have peace. We're trying to create peace between the situation. And she's running around calling her daddy. I don't think. Oh man, it's so hard because you really don't, especially when you got kids. God damn it, bro. Fuck off. Like, oh god, there's nothing worse than being a baby mom, bro. Like, fuck that. You gotta deal with his stupid ass. And every time you come around, people look at you like you're an idiot. Because he is. Fuck. Fuck. This is my biggest mistake in my life. I was about to walk in and everybody know it. Here comes this fucking dildo. Fuck. Senior swallows. It's so funny, dude. It's so funny. Her baby daddy is a whole piece of shit. You're just trying to do right by the kids. You're like, this fucking piece of shit. This fucking piece of shit. Swear to God, if you act up one fucking time, I'm gonna fuck you up, bro. I can't wait to hear whatever she's dealing with. Not. It's gonna be super triggering. I'd be like, and don't make me do it. I'm standing here at the threshold of I'm about to do it again, and I'm like, don't do it again. Do it again. Don't do it again. Like, I'm diving into it again. Why? Because I gotta get on with this shit. God said. It's his plan. Fuck off. Let's just do it. Realistically, yeah. It's time. It's time for all his great things to happen. Are you still afraid of the greatness? That's it too. I gotta become famous. Oh. I had a lot of fears. I had a lot of holdback on that. That's all God wanted me to do this year was expose myself. I did. Took it all off. Realistically, you have to go back to the beginning of the year to watch those videos, but I can remember sitting at that fucking hotel and having that fucking download and throwing a huge Lilith fit that I don't want to. And I was planning my exit way with a fucking trailer and a fucking job in the middle of the woods. Fucking God was not having it. I could have done it. It was my choice. They're always your choice. You just got to do what's right. Oh, God. And here I am doing what's right. Hey, let's check the energy. What are we doing? Are we being tempted? In order to know that, you're going to have to catch last night's. That's really it is. It's like, what are you being tempted to take the easy route if there was anything? Anything that's difficult and risky, you know what I mean? That's your heart, bro, typically. Unless your mind has weird addictions. That's something else. What kind of cards are we going to pull today? I feel like we're in some light energy. Like we should just pull some oracles or something. But then I start talking and it goes on forever. Forever, ever? Forever, ever. Sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. I'm feeling my divine... Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I like it. We're going to pull some oracles. Really? Yeah, we'll throw a fucking... We'll clarify with some tarot. Here, we'll use these too. Let's do it. Let's do it. So mix a lot. Let's see. Breathe. I got a lot of transmissions, a lot of stuff, but when I get up here, I guess it's just my stuff. We'll see if any of this stuff comes out. But I was guided to these because these are my favorite. And, I love these are my favorite. I love the artwork and stuff. They really talk to me. Oh, the Revelations of the Age of Aquarius. That's a book you guys could download and read on your own. That I mean, I don't think I need to interpret it to anyone. That's more like, let me teach the, teenager or something. Realistically, yeah, I don't know. It's a fictional, it's non-fictional. It's a story. There's a story. Anyways, I saw this and I was like, oh yeah, I felt it. Speak true. Speak from your heart. It has its own language and it's very to the point. That's what I was trying to tell you about Michael's sword. It's just truth. The truth shall set you free. I started in the beginning, I think probably like for 4 months, That was the first stage. I kept yelling at people. Just speak your truth. Just be honest. Just tell them the truth. Just tell them the truth. Because I was going through that for like at least 4 months, training myself to speak the truth. So as I was training it, I was screaming it at everyone else. Because that's where we were. As I was going through these stages, I was very Lieutenant Dan to the 12. Why? Because I saw the vision of what we were, not how scattered the reality we were, but I saw us as sitting down in an etherical class, and this is what it is. And they're watching very much. Don't ever think they're not. That's a figment of your true imagination on that one. But as I went through these stages, I would scream at them, especially this one. The truth shall set you free. Speak now or forever hold your peace. What does that mean, dude? You only get one chance, one opportunity. Shut up, Marshall. You're all afraid. Love you, love you. Love to love you all, love you all. Anyways, so let's start there. Your throat chakra. Your throat chakra. 17. Not right now. Hey, Mr. President, it's almost your birthday. You're gonna have some birthday sex. Birthday. How are you gonna celebrate the fucking... How old are we? You're 53. 5 plus 3 is 8. To infinity and beyond. Just say you're 8. That works. Like dog years. Because it's a dog-eat-dog world. What does 53-year-old Marshall Mathers, a million billionaire, who has a single, wonderful man that has, everything at the tip of his fingers do for his birthday? And how do the people closest to him celebrate him on his 53rd birthday? I feel like this is that prank birthday where we go to Spencer's and we get all of that over-the-hill shit and make a lot of fun. What are you going to do? Are you going to be 21 again? Are you going to be in the strip clubs? Are you going to have 50 Cent sing to you? It's your birthday. Go, shorty. It's your birthday. Oh, God. I think my stomach's going to turn if I think about who you're going to be hanging out with on your birthday. Come on. What are you going to do? Go to Vegas and order a bunch of strippers? What is a 53-year-old man who's not retired, a 53-year-old rapper, empty nester, do for his birthday on a Friday then with your heart all in your spots? Am I poking your tender spots? Shall I swipe to the left? Hey, what are you going to do? What you going to do? How do we celebrate you on your 53rd birthday? You've been around for, you made it longer than most rappers ever. Sorry. I can feel the inappropriateness of that joke. You made it a long time. What do you do? What does a man of your age and wisdom do on this day? I think birthday sex would be great for a man like you. That doesn't get much. Hey, I nominate myself as tribute. For my gods. I do this for the gods. Let's do the godly act. Do what's best for both of us. I love you, Marshall Mathers. Dude, a real one would be like, this bitch, I'm gonna fucking choke her. Every man that ever had the audacity to be powerful over a woman and sees that woman, sees this woman, and is like, oh, bro, can't even. She scares me. I remember that dude at Walmart. He was such a beautiful black man. He has me to curse his baby mom. It's like, Phoenix, you scare me. You fucking scare me. I know, then why do you keep fucking coming back? You fucking love me, but every time he'd come around, he'd see me, he'd be like, you scare me, Phoenix. But you love it, dude. You love it. Come on, Marshall, let me make a man out of you. It'd be great for your birthday. Before you get too old. They said, I shared a post last night that says, your sperm is on a timer. Tried to tell Lewis that last time. You think you need a young girl, you need young sperm. And you got me with my 25-year-olds. I need an old priest and a young priest, please. I'm building a coven called a boy band. It looks very much like it could possibly be an interesting orgy, but most of them are just sitting there circle jerking watching the show. Oh, God. Can the circle jerkers please stand up? Well, the real Slim Shady. And I told him the other day, as a chronic masturbator who obviously has to watch pornography, what part are you watching? What part is... I don't want to talk about it. Let's maybe turn the channel. Start watching the 700 Club. I am single because God is just... He made me this way. The only thing that can happen is a full angel drags some guy to me. Go, shorty. It's your birthday. We're gonna party. You're gonna go buy a fast car? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yo. Hip hop. Whoa. That was too much. Okay. I don't think I can come back from that. Happy birthday. With all that being said, I need to start planning my birthday. It's not like Jesus is going to present me with the party. Actually, it kind of does. That was funny. Speak true. At any given moment, you carry with you the sword of truth. I fucking told you, we did this whole teaching on fucking Michael Jackson and Archangel Michael and the whole fucking sword of truth, which is the blue... don't make me take all fuck, your chakra. Come here. You have a blocked throat chakra. Let me touch your heart so then you can speak from it. Alright, anyways, but like a sword, it is neither good nor bad. It just is. Use your truth consciously, diligently. Like a weapon, it is designed to protect you and also to serve as a reminder to others that you have boundaries. And you are willing to guard them. Anyways, or always speak your truth, even if the words cut as they escape your mouth. And that's it. You know, if you can feel it, it burns. You're like, oh fuck, I can't take this back. It's coming out. And then you're like, oh, fuck, why did I say that? And you're like, fuck that bitch. I've been trying to hold them back. Oh, don't make me say that. Meaning, I know this is going to cut. Really? Mm-hmm. When I said that, dude, when I said all I want is a Marshall Mathers, I was like, oh, this is going to cut deep. If you tell them what you really want. I don't want you to become him. And that's what it is like, you know, I'm sure all of you want Kim Kardashian, right? You're going to raise Kanye's kids. That's what we better sit down and have that thought. I did. I want this man, but I didn't realize I was going to have to get his wife and kids and, you know, whatever else he's got, the job and, you know, health problems and karma. Oh, shit. Marshall, where are you at? I need an old priest or young. No, just kidding. That's what I said, a virgin man that's never been touched before, never been scarred by fucking life yet. Or an old man that's fucking laid it all to rest and just has some more life to live. You guys are just dying. You really are. Anyways, they have the power to kill what needs to die. Die, motherfucker. That's where I'd be like saying shit. That's what Marshall does. He will kill a motherfucker with his words. Am I killing you softly? Fluffer. To shape what needs to change to... Are we going to be in your energy all week? To shape what needs to change and to separate what is healthy from what becomes detrimental. Now is the time to speak your truth and trust the blade to cut away what no longer belongs. Oh, I did my job. That's what I said. If somebody asked, is that all you ever say? That's all they ever teach. That's all we ever do. That's all you're supposed to do. Is get rid of the old you and accept the new you. It just keeps changing. All you got to do is just keep cutting shit out. Really? I swear to you, that's all I ever do around here is say deep goodbyes to shit. Detachment. It's the art of detachment. That's really what it is, bro. Is you're not attached to anything, not the outcome of anything. You're not like emotionally invested. You're not overly mentally focused on anything. You just accept. It comes. You have to. That's how acceptance comes. And to understand fate and how God works, you have to be able to let go freely. Why? Because you really don't have control, and he's constantly shifting the show. Really? Yeah. And there's parts of you that hold you back from this paradigm shift that they call, evolutionary spiritual growth. You're holding on to old habits, old people, old patterns that keep you in an old version. It is very painful to let go of these people, these habits, these patterns, these addictions, these ways of life. It's not easy for me to go in there and not have many clothes to start with and trust God that I'm going to wipe out all of my clothes and give them to a good cause, because I know that I need something better than these. These are not going to hold me off through winter. So I'm going to get rid of this shit, and then all of a sudden, ta-da! Matter of fact, there was some lady that said she had a whole bunch of fucking donations and she needed a fucking cart. What was she willing in? I don't know, it's Wednesday, probably a bunch of sweets, to be honest. Who knows? That's just what it is. You gotta trust God, dude. You gotta trust God. And, with all areas of your life, I gotta let this job go. This is too much stress. It's not allowing me to be free. It's putting too much pressure on me. This is not helping me. If I let this go and I trust God, he'll give me a better position that's not going to tear me down and not going to, it's not going to divide and subtract what I'm doing, but add and multiply to what I'm doing. And that's where it is, same with the relationships. Like, bro, I took a fucking huge dolphin jump into the fucking abyss with this whole situation with Bobby. I kept pushing it, and every time I'd push it, I'd push him away. So the whole trick was don't push it, and you can keep him around, right? And that's where it started, but I realized I didn't even start this. You fucking started this. And so it has to be. We have to have this fucking awful conversation that nobody ever fucking wanted to have. And, and that's really what it is. It's like, fuck, you want to talk about it? I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about all the shit that nobody wants to talk about. I'm a fucking intrusive thought. As soon as they come in, we got to talk about them. Really? Yeah, for sure. But speaking your truth, it's, let you get to walk in truth. As I became different and I started to tell people about my different ways, they just had to accept it. You're not going to challenge my new way of life just because you don't want to adapt to it. Well, then I guess this is where we part ways. And that's where it says in all these teachings is people that are trying to hold you back from growing obviously weren't about, your happiness. Your spiritual development creates your happiness, bro. People will sit there and, one person will keep praying for you to leave a toxic relationship where there's all your friends and family are on the other side watching it on Facebook, and it's like, this bitch, let's go watch, making fun of you and shit. Hoping that you never leave this person, and that's what you get. Really? Yeah, this person, place, or thing is holding you back. You have a shit-ass job that brings you no happiness, and you have no time for your family, you have no time for life. You have no fucking nothing out of you. You've given it everything. Give it all you got. You come home, you fucking strip down, you eat a fucking meal, and you fall fucking asleep. On the weekends, you barely can push yourself to do your other, keep up your home life and shit like that, and it's back to the fucking struggle. Shit like that, bro. This is no good for you. That the neighborhood you live in, just as soon as you pull up, you ain't fucking, you're uncomfortable, you hate it, there's all kinds of things about it that you wish you didn't have to deal with, and all you gotta do is take a little bit of action and, put yourself out there to find something better. I look back at my apartment. I took what I got, and I never tried to get anything more. And the amount of rent I was paying, I still could have got, something better. But I didn't even try. I didn't try for anything. I just, took it as it was and just kept on going. Kept on keeping on. Let's move on. We're going to take the... Wow. Where are we at? What the fuck is that card? I'm like, what the fuck is that card? It looks like it's a knight, right? You see that little guy? What the fuck is that card? Pentacles. I thought we were at like the... Maybe it's the Ace of Pentacles? Because what's the next one? No, that one really looks like a knight. I'm completely confused. A page? Oh, okay. Wow. We're trying to learn symbols. Okay, so that would be the page. How do you know? Because that's the knight. And then it shows the queen, who's kind of douchey. Did you describe that card as douchey? My truth is funny, don't you think? How I really see things and feel about things, that's what's fucking amazing, right? My truth shall set us free. That's a fucking creep card, too. Why would Morgan start with these creep-ass cards? It looks like you're praying to the devil. There's some creepo cards. Jesus Christ almighty. Where are we at, dude? We're out of the cups, right? Pentacles. Did we really do all this? Yeah, we were at the 10 of Pentacles. I remember. All right, Page of Pentacles. Listen to the clatter and the clink as they work. Whistle while they work. All right, go on. Separating the useful gear from the garbage. Take out the papers and the trash. All right. A wise and cautious soul, deeply interested in learning the intricacies of how the world works. That's me. I'm just fucking learning. Oh, yeah. Fuck. We've got to go back. Oh, my stomach's burning. Their love is found in creation, organization, and when they find the courage, even in innovation. Pieces are fit together in new ways and a little bit at a time. Novel designs are born and recorded. Theirs is a delicate and exact art, requiring time, patience, and concentration. Keywords: a dedicated worker. What is this? Meticulousness, attention to detail. Do you know that to be this card? The Page of Pentacles? Let's dive deeper. What did I get? A whole download that we're supposed to be learning the houses. This is my house. Welcome to my... Really? Yeah, I found it yesterday in that fucking book. Oh, God mighty. Well, let's just try to stay on track and see if they'll let us get to it. It's like, oh, man, we're never gonna get there. How am I gonna get from here to there? I went to the Princess of Cups. Get on my face. She's distorted as fuck. I remember it. That's why she gave me such a funky feel, dude. I'm like, this fucking bitch. She gives me a weird feel. Yeah, this woman is deeply wounded and damaged, confusing love and sex, unable to form real relationships. Repressed emotions, drug, alcohol, sex addiction, overeating, anorexia, all kinds of fucked up shit. Because they had a fucked up childhood, hurt later in relationships, and incapable of giving or receiving love in a consequence. Always got a funky feel from this bitch. Who's this bitch? Me? The unhealed version of me. I rode these cards all the way through, dude. Where are you in these cards? Ugh, not that anymore. But that fucking bitch, that card gives me a fucking creeps. Where are we at? Page of Pentacles? I'm at the 6. 7, 8. Come on. Queen? Nope. 10. Come on. Why are you guys stuck together? Oh. It's Khalik. Son of a fucking bitch. I said her name out loud. 122. 123. It's perfect. This is her season. But Khalik is Kobe in the spiritual lessons realm. Really? Fuck. I said the name out loud. Yeah. So this is all about Samhain, Samhain, which is... This is exactly what happens right now for Halloween. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Well, it makes a little more sense, I suppose. Let's talk about it. As he journeys through the darkness of the cold night, the fool meets an elderly woman gazing into a cauldron. The wheel turns, she says to him. I am Khalik, daughter of the winter. Sun and mine are the darkest months of the year. I bring an end to summer and grow as I harden the earth with frost. The gates of the underworld begin to open, and the spirits of bane, darkness, winter, and chaos creep through. The other world is close, and we can speak once more to those who have gone before. It is time for the calling and death. Everything dissolves in my cauldron, as all things return to the source. But as the mound is raised above the sea, the seeds prepare itself for rebirth, and all things are transformed by death. Dun, dun, dun. And you're pulling lots of the death card and the universe and all of the new beginnings. Yep, this is the beginning of the shedding process. Why? You have to. You have to go through the dark season and shed your fucking skin. And then you'll be reborn when the light comes again. Really? I am trying to warn you. This is the dark. Welcome to the dark night of the soul. Welcome. And it starts with Khalif. Jesus Christ. It's such the harshest energy. We are about to be, turned to stone is what she does. Motherfucker. All princesses represent new beginnings, and the Princess of Pentacles is no exception. Her appearance is helpful and benign, advising you to take lessons of the past or the teachings of the ancestors in order to plan your future. Spoke all of that yesterday. That's how I reprogram myself. Study is indicated by this card, so it can also mean college courses or evening classes, but it also can signify the study of mysticism. We're going deeper. That's where I am. I'm going into so many. Shut up, I don't want to talk about it right now. Particularly those branches associated with earth magic, such as paganism, druidry, heathenism, Wiccan, and witchcraft. What are we going into? More of the occult studies, but I'm still stuck with Metatron. So we're about to learn the 12 houses of the natal chart. We've studied the fucking planets and the signs. Now we're going to put those together in a chart. That's what I have to pull out next. Along with that, I got pulled into the Bhagavad Gita because the Bhagavad Gita is the whole teaching of reincarnation, right? So we have to go into there, and somewhere in between all of that, Isaac Newton's going to come in and do some work with us. Yeah? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Are you ready for that? Are you ready? But we still are just entering the dark night of the soul, so I'm still teaching that as we go through it. This doesn't stop. We don't stop, we just add more to the bullshit. The princess that means like the cauldron never gets turned off, we just add more water to it. We keep that thing burning through the whole winter. I guess it's time to pull out my little cauldron. I got a little one, you want to see it? It's so cute, it has a little phoenix on it. I didn't get it, I actually did. It was for Saradwin, but it was Kalik that got it for me. That's interesting, because Kalik was the veil one. She got it for me for Christmas. I was looking for them, but I would refuse to pay fucking $40 for one of those miniature side little cauldrons that they sell at these spiritual stores. I motherfucking refused. I got mine for $3 at the thrift store, and it has a phoenix on it. And I got this little fucking burner. Everything is perfect. But yeah, we just add more. We just add more to the fire. That's what it is. The fire never goes out. Not during the winter. Alright, the princess may be a person in your life who is dedicated to attaining knowledge and wisdom. That's not me. I'm giving it to you, but I have to remember to give it to you. He or she is me, a spiritual teacher, advisor, friend, or lover. They are revered, gentle, empathetic, and perhaps mystical, but trustworthy and hardworking. Went into a whole teaching of, what I do and why I do it and what it all is, and, that's what I am. He or she does not like crowds or social world, but is more comfortable in their own home or out in nature. Pretty much, they've turned me into a homebody. Nobody who can love. Just kidding. Reverse meaning. The reverse, that's why I wanted a fucking trailer in nature, so then I could put my home out in the nature. The reverse princess brings disappointing news, delays, and blockages. That's fucking Kalik. This could relate to money issues, job or college applications, problems at a home purchase or an unsatisfactory inheritance, poor exam results, or a business failure. If you're thinking of making an investment or going into a partnership, be very careful. All is not as it seems. Ew. I'm going to try to negotiate some bullshit. Whatever. You're going to try to fool a fucking priestess, a fucking witch, a fucking psychic? You're gonna try to play fucking lies and mind games on me? Look me in my eyes. Okay then. Shut the fuck up. You practicing your lies? Anyways, the reverse Princess of Pentacles could be a person in your life, and it may be you. That is, he or she is lazy. May have plenty of big ideas, but never actually get going. They don't seem to understand why they should work for a living when they can live off of someone else. Damn, these are your dependents, bro. God damn it. That's what has you stuck. They don't know why they gotta get a job because they never had to get a job before. Ugh. I'm gonna show you how it's done. I'll get a job and show you. I do this all the fucking time. Why the fuck do bitches and gentlemen be acting like they can't fucking have the fucking honor of working for $1? It's a great thing. I got stripped of that honor. I was fuck, I remember in Las Vegas, I was throwing a fit at God. I need this in my life. I need this sense of power, this sense of control, this sense of security. I needed it to feel okay, to feel safe. I needed to be part of something. I needed that. It was so bad to break. But then there's those people like, you know what I mean? Like for reals, my brother was one, my ex-husband was one. I knew a lot of them. My fucking first baby daddy, bro, that bitch don't got no job. He don't got no fucking job, bro. Like, he's my age. His birthday's before mine, bro. Like, you don't never got no job. Like, you just live off of anybody. He lived off his anybody, bro. That's what they do, bro. Fuck off. God damn it. I'm getting triggered real bad. I'm pulling my hair. God damn it. Could be you. Could be people who we've known. They may have plenty of... Oh, God. They just sit there with big ideas, too, talking all kinds of shit. I'm seeing this clip from Eminem's video from 8 Mile, where he's like, all we do is sit around here talking all that shit. Ain't nobody doing shit, though. We just talk real big shit. Yeah, bro. Nicki Minaj's husband doesn't have a fucking job, you guys. All these fucking dudes, they ain't got no fucking job, bro. For real, they have no fucking skills. Which means they've never sat before a person and had a person teach them how to do something, a particular skill. They've never had to learn how to stay on schedule. They've never had to learn to work a schedule. They've never learned, you know what I mean, what it means to be part of society. Because whatever job you do, and that's me being a major in business, you know what I mean, it doesn't matter. It's the same functioning parts, and it's functioning in society, bro. I go back to, you know, Russ's parents and his girlfriend and all of them, bro. They've never participated in society. They try to sit themselves above, but they're really just casted out. They don't fit in because they don't have the mindset to make connections with people of this world. Whereas somebody like me, you know, they can't find a person like me. You know, customer service, the ability to service customers and have a relatable, you know what I mean, customer experience where it's actual personal and shit, where you make a connection and they feel welcome with you and they choose to come and spend their money with you because they actually like you. It's not so much the product. They'll pay more for the product because they get a better service, right? That's a person. It's not a breakdown, you know. I had this manager tell me, he's like, you know, to be good at customer service, you have to be the best actor. Damn, what happens when you lose your role? You know what I mean? When you're just naturally caring and you take your job serious and you play an integral part of some part of society where you have this kind of, you know, they need me and I'm, you know, they're fucking calling me on the weekends and what I do is really important to them and the people I service really enjoy seeing my face and we become a family and shit like that. They don't know what that means. They don't know what it means to be part of this world, bro. You know what I mean? They're just, you know, like Wolfman trying to find a place with people like them. A bunch of fucking stragglers and losers and unemployed people that just are avoiding the human experience. I got kicked out of school when I was in 8th grade. Right? I told you we went on this big fucking field trip and shit, and then I got caught with a peace pipe. We went to the fucking to the stock show. We were smoking weed under the fucking railroad tracks, and I got caught with it. I got kicked out, right? My mom was a housekeeper for a bunch of, you know, very high-class business people, and she shared her, you know, their personal life. And so they gave me a position, a clerical position in her business, where I could come in I would come in and work like a regular working woman, and I got paid cash. And all I would do is clerical work, which was sending faxes and organizing medical files in alphabetical order. It was just a simple fucking job. But I did that I was 14 when I got that job. And then my mom got me a bank account and we were putting the money there and stuff like that. I learned all of that shit at fucking 14. As soon as I left school, I was introduced into the work field, where I got to wake up and I have to go there and I have to act right and I have to dress right and I have to stay here and I have to do what they say. I was being taught how to be a worker at fucking 14, right? So then you go to 15 and I run away with first boyfriend, and now I'm in Mexico and I'm being taught what a wife is, what a woman is, what a mother is, and they're showing me all this and how to, how they do laundry and how they cook food and how, cereal is a dessert around there, and how, this is how this is, and this is their, I learned all of these different lifestyles. You know what I mean? Then being in California, learning how the hood was. No, this is what we do here, and this is what we say, and this is how we work, and this is what we eat, and this is how we dress. And I kept moving around through cultures, understanding that. Not being outside, but really adapting to it and becoming that. For sure. Being culturized. Learning that. So then when I go to places, I have all this cultural experience where I can read and relate to all different types of life, because I've literally been parts of all different types of life, where I've had to do the panel interviews and I've had to wear the 3-piece suit and I've had to talk to executives and I've had to be, the voice. But I've also been, I've sat there and worked in, fucking restaurants forever, and I've had that experience. I've worked, I've done all kinds of shit. So that's where it really is like, you learn to be part of, not a part. And that's really what it was. This was hard for me to find, because there's not a place out there for a person like me. And that's really what it is he made a place for me, for a person like me. Right? And he finds, and that's kind of like gypsy work and shit like that. You know what I mean? Nothing lasts forever, because the situation isn't going to anyways. Realistically, nah. It's supposed to be ever-changing, ever-evolving, ever-growing. We take this circus and we move it on to the next place. We're opening up churches. We're opening up portals. We're opening up timelines. We're changing experiences. We're changing all of that. Realistically, one person can change the world. But anyways, there's a bunch of these bastards that just don't want to try. Like, have you ever had a fucking job? Have you ever done any of this? Have you ever? Never ever? And then I'm, my kids with the high schoolers and stuff, they're ready to get out there and try to be adults. They want to get their first job. They want to know about, driving a car. They want to get their first bits of freedom. And then you got these grown-ass people that are, 40 years old, living in their fucking mother's sucking on their mother's tit there, Russ. Whatever. Anyways, they don't seem to understand why they should work for a living. It's not for money. It's for value of life. When they can live off of someone else. This could be your child, but if it's a partner, don't expect them to put much effort into a relationship. And that's where you look at fucking, Bobby's wife. He made her like this, like, he can't leave her like this because she has no fucking skills. The bitch, and you feel all bad. Oh my God, the bitch is going to have to get a job. That's so terrible that this chick is going to have to work. She didn't just cash out on some good dick for the rest of her life like Jonica. The bitch is going to have to get a job. Oh my God, that's so tragic. Shut up, dude. She needs some experience. And out there, she'll get one of those work boyfriends. Where'd you come from, Bobby? Sorry. There's lots of posts about those guys at work. Your work boyfriends. Oh God. I was running the fucking sales business, and my baby daddy, my ex-husband, worked for me, and I'd pull him in my office and we'd be fucking in my office. My coworker AJ would always laugh about his inability. He's all, the boy doesn't have stamina, does he? We lived together. We worked together. Me and AJ. He knew everything I was doing. I knew everything. I mean, I didn't fully know, but we knew who we was fucking. We were fucking partners, bro. We were partners. Like, we were business partners on the road, dude. He'd set it up, and I'd teach these motherfuckers, and this is what we're gonna do. You take them, I'll take them. We're gonna hit this number, dude. We were sales partners and shit. But anyways, he always made fun of Christian. AJ always made fun of Christian. He'd make fun of him in the middle of our fucking meetings, bro. Oh God, they be like Miss Boss. I know. Oh, somebody tamed the dragon. Anyways, it was a time in my life, I guess. Whatever. Anyways, just funny. Yeah, I was always. This could be your child or partner. Yeah, they need to get a fucking job. They will wait to be looked after and subsidized. However, he or she can be obsessed over collecting things such as comic action figures or new age paraphernalia and occult books, especially the ones with black covers and lots of diagrams. I feel like this is a whole fucking profile of a psycho where you have to put down what they're collecting. Like somebody collected, plus this person does this too. Look for these behaviors. Well, that's a funky energy. I mean, it's not. I mean, if you're that person, the rest of us are just graduating and going into school. The rest, these guys don't want to get a job, don't want to do shit with their life, and they're collecting shit. And they could be having negative health. Feeling run down, perhaps because you're not eating well or getting enough exercise. Minor problems can develop into something more serious if you do not take care of it. Hey, when I woke up, bro, the biggest thing I needed was rest. I was just tired, bro. I was a brand new baby. I had been working my whole fucking life, running off of fucking fumes, running off of caffeine my whole fucking life, bro. Cigarettes, weed, and caffeine, bro, every day. Barely even eating, just going and going. I was just so tired. And that's why I let myself rest whenever I can, because I can remember all those times I couldn't. When you can finally feel safe enough to lay your head down on the pillow, and that's where it is, you couldn't even, that lifestyle, I couldn't even sit still. I'd go all day without even actually sitting down, running from one task to another, because my mind would just keep me extremely busy. And in essence, dude, as a single parent, it never ends. You have to stop it for a minute. The laundry doesn't end, this doesn't end, that doesn't end, nothing ends, bro. You have to just stop it and take time for yourself. Otherwise, there's never, ever fucking time for yourself. There's always something to do, bro. There is always something to do as a fucking trying to run a household. And then you have to just have, and I didn't have the discipline to let it go. It doesn't need to be done right now. Start putting these things on comfortable schedules and instead of letting these things overwhelm you. But they did. I would go until my eyes would give out, and then I'd have to take my clothes off. Like I would drive at night to where I literally knew I was too tired, dude, and that was dangerous, bro. I'd have to do so many things to get myself home just to keep my eyes open. And then get home. I didn't eat. I didn't anything. Now I'm just too tired. And I would fucking crash, bro. And then I'd have to wake up within hours to get the kids to fucking school. And now I had to feed myself so much coffee, I can't go back to fucking sleep. So now I'm just sitting there fucking fried, trying to fucking, you know what I mean, move on through daily tasks. And I would just drag and drag and drag and drag. So when I started my awakening and I started to saying no to doing things, all I would do was sleep. And I felt so fucking, you know what I mean, guilty about it, that all I'm doing is sleeping. But realistically, you need to rest your body. You really do. And then later feeding it good things, you know what I mean? Like when I got on my diet, it was really funny. The diet pills are still there. They do you want to I don't know if I want to do that again. They have when I got on my diet, the first part that we did was you're not eating enough. What are you talking about? I'm fucking huge. No, you're storing weight. You're not eating enough. So they put me on a schedule to eat every 4 hours, just something. So I started eating more, feeding myself more. I had more energy. I was doing more activities, which I was started to do. I had energy to go do things like walk around. I started hiking quite often. I was going to the gym. I was doing impressive shit like that just by changing, getting more rest and more food, and giving myself time. Realistically, I had to cut down. I mean, I had money in the bank before I became really serious. And then when it became serious, it was time to go. It's we ran this one dry. So yeah, I don't know. All of this is because it's the season. It's just because some of us are embracing the time that this is a time to learn what this season is about, which is paganism, druidry, heathenism, Wiccan, and witchcraft, right? And that's what we're understanding, that we're going into the dark season, so we need to know the dark phases of this season. The rest of you are still trying to stay on your own pattern, daylight savings. You're trying to save the daylight. And none of this is working for you because this is a shedding process. During this season, we let go more than we do throughout the rest of the seasons. Why? So that we can be born. It's just how it works. It really does. We work with the seasons and with the animals. You're part of it. You're working against nature, bro. Ultimately, is what this really comes down to, and that goes down to yesterday's fate card. And that's what I was like, dude, I can't get into the fucking teaching of the houses right now, but it says we're going. We're supposed to. Everything's on track. Realistically, yeah, I have one more oracle and we're going to go. I pulled that because we pulled the last card. What oracle we're going to do? The wisdom oracles. Again, I never pulled all these cards. I have lots of cards we never pulled, and we go back to them when it's necessary. How do you know? I just feel it, bro. I just feel it. What am I about to do? Well, it's Wednesday, so I always have a lot to do. But then I do this, and then I'd be like, dude, I don't want to do shit. What do? I don't know. I have, caseworker, and I have, room checks, and then I always have pest control, and I want to see what's up with Morgan, because I fucking blew her off yesterday. I was thinking I could probably go over to Morgan's and do laundry, and that'll just, I don't know. That'd be a good time to... You can't move once you start the motherfucker, and she seems to have the longest washer I've ever seen. I did that last time, and it took all fucking day. It's a big-ass washer, but it's like the motherfucker goes for like an hour at a time. It's like, holy moly, bro. I can go over here and get all my laundry done in like 1 hour. That's where it's like, are you really saving fucking money? No, because time. Anyways, where are we at? Oh, shit. Told you. I feel like everything is so good. Yeah, but it's not like you have to walk around with a Kool-Aid ass smile. But I do. I smile quite big. It's just a good feeling. Everything is totally good. I went out this morning and Jupiter's still totally right there. It's not like it's going to, disappear from the sky real quickly. What did I turn to? 31. Why, God? No. We're going to 17? No, 18. 17 is the fates. Serendipity. Opportunities aligned with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, the magical alignment of events. This is page 69, alignment. The yin to the yang. I got real tired as soon as I hit this, so I had to close my eyes for a minute. Oracle message. You stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dream resonates in exquisite harmony. I'm accepting my destiny to be the wife and to be to be God's mother and wife and priestess and goddess. I don't have my own agenda. I'm not trying to get a job. I'm not trying to find love. I'm not trying to find another way of life. I accept it and I'm actually excited about it. I'm excited about it. I'm not trying to run from it, but I'm really open to it, and that's what this means. I'm really ready for it. I mean, still I have some resonant fears that are obviously coming up, but I'm ready. I'll fight the fears as they come, obviously. But I'm ready for what God has said He wanted me to do all this for. I'm ready for my holy union. And I've been running from this shit since the beginning of time. I'm Lilith. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could have never planned by all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. And that's what it is. I said I started panicking. I was like, I don't want to be stuck at home with babies, and I don't want to. And then I had to face all of those fears, and it's like, no, that's my happiness. And I had to look to fucking Bridge Fit to no, this is a good life. This can be a good life. It's going to be a good life for you. That's what God was feeding me the whole time. But the closer I got to it, I was like, oh shit, I can't do this shit. I can't fucking do this shit, bro. I can't do this shit. And then I aligned with the shit. It's going to happen all too fast. When you're ready for it, it's right there. The only thing stopping you is you, and working through the things that are stopping you from this vision that God has put on your life. It's a pretty pathetic vision if you think about it. All He wanted for me is to have a happy family, but I was denied that my whole life. You have to know the whole story. He's going to give me my dream come true. My mom, her whole dream, her whole life, as ugly of a person she was, Her biggest dream was one day she'd have all her children under the same roof. God granted her that dream in hospice. We were all there with her. Near impossible. And we went to OB, to the cliffs where my spiritual ground was. Went to all of the places. Her dream came true in her dying days. Her only dream was to have all her children together once. And we were there before she left. God granted her dream. She had a dream of a happy family. Some of you might already have that, but for those of us that never had it, we lost belief in it along the way. And that's what God gave me this whole task was. The priesthood, yeah, I mean, you could say this isn't hard. The hard part was accepting the ridicule that's going to come with this, but I've stepped into it. It's like, you're just ignorant. You have no words to say to me. Sticks and stones. You have no proof. Show me your fucking devil. In the essence, it's like I had to work through that. A whole another thing on my career. I had to work through all the fears of my careers. I had to work through all the fears of everything, bro, to get to this place of acceptance that this is all God wanted me to be, was his priestess and have a happy family. Raise his fucking children, you know what I mean? Which is not just the two that I owe him. You know, he wants me to have babies. But also his children here. I'm not meant to just stay here on YouTube hiding from people. He wants the whole world to know that I'm here. And I wasn't ready for all of that. But in essence, you know, I wasn't supposed to go out there all alone either. So I had to be ready for my husband and my family in order to be ready for, you know, my fame. They both aligned. It wasn't one or the other. I wasn't gonna, it's all aligned. Realistically, yeah, so I had to surrender a lot to this new lifestyle that he had painted for me. And my old programming had kept seeing it different ways. Tried to keep changing the narrative of what it was, you know, because I didn't want to keep, I had my fears. So that's what's happening. I'm aligned with it, and now, therefore, it's coming to me. Anytime I step out and I send out a mixed signal, no, I'm not ready, then they close the door. Okay, she's not ready yet. She needs more time. I have all the time in the world to do it, in essence, but the time is when I feel ready. And that's where it is. It took me all this time to feel ready, to get to this place of, I'm ready to face these fears now. Whatever it takes. I can do it. I always had it in me to do this. But, and that's where I sat in truth. But it has to be this way. I can do all these wonderful things and I can play this woman for all these people, but this is what I need in return. I need a partner that is emotionally available with time for me. So fucking simple and basic if you put it into the, you know, its rawest form. Now we can dive deeper into what emotionally available and what that time may look like. But basics, bro. It's like you ask so much of me to play this role in your, you know, bringing happiness, bringing you a happy home and a happy family. But what I need from you as the man is not just a happy check. You better check yourself. I need you to be strong and an absolute strong presence in the home with me. You don't have to travel the lands with me to do my job, just like I don't have to go with you to do your job. But you have to understand that this is more important than that. And that's when the, you know, my job is to God. So the patriarchy should always be God comes first. Then your partner, then your children. And everybody wants to argue about that. Because the truth is nobody comes above my children. Right? Well, if you do that, then you don't have a place for a partner. You need that place to where that partner can be there not above your children, but be there with you for your children. And especially if we're talking about blended families, it's like there has to be this. It's like I'm not going to, you know what I mean, abandon my children for you, But my children have to have respect for you too and understand your seniority and authority in our home. It was our home, but now you are not, you know what I mean, the lowest man on the totem pole, but you play a very significant role. And that's what it is, you know what I mean, as I bring you into my home, my children must understand your role. My family must understand your role. My community must understand your role. You are playing the most important role in my life, which is my partner. I go to God and I go to my partner. I don't go to God and then go to my kids. I need a strong partner to help me with the kids. But I go to God and then I go to my partner. I don't go to God and then I go to my mother. I don't go to God and I go to my coworkers. I go to God and I go to my partner. Right? That's it. Okay, so understand that. That's how it's supposed to be. You see God in all things. And then you have that conversation with God, and then you go to your partner. This is what I'm going through. This is what, God says we should do. This is how I feel about it. What shall we do, my friend? And you leave it to your emperor to make the decisions, and you follow the action. You pour your heart out to your emperor, and he decides what actions need to be taken for the best of the family. And so when I go to my kids and I say, so-and-so says that we're going to do this. Oh, come on, Mom. Nope. That's what he said. It's his choice, and I stand behind him. And that's where it is. You know what I mean? And that's where it should be, is he should have, or they should have, and that's to the mother. No, she sits here all day and she takes care of you. You respect her. The only reason you have a good home is because of her. And that's where it goes back to, you got to watch that movie, Overboard. It's like he brought in this woman for her children. They never had a mother. And he had to teach her how to, treat her. No, you treat her well. She's taking, you know what I mean? They didn't know how to have a mother. My kids don't know how to be around a man. They might feel very uncomfortable. I don't know. They just haven't, ever. They're teenagers, so they've been around people. But in the essence, yeah, they're going to tiptoe. They're going to push limits. They're going to see what, what you're made of. I'm seeing that funny movie. That was a really funny movie. What the fuck was that movie? Fuck. I don't know the name of it. Let's keep moving on. God, that was an old-ass movie. Chevy Chase was in it, and he played the stepdad. And it was... Fuck. I don't know. I can't see it. I can just see the actors. I don't know what it was called. Anyways, your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. And that's it. Once I step out, I give it to everyone. Everybody needs these messages, bro. They need to face these things. They need to have these conversations. They need God. I'm just giving you God. I'm not God. I'm Goddess. So I'm giving you the raw feelings and the support and the nurturing and the loving behind God. That's what God has put, is there. I'm here to support you why he's coming in to rip up your life and give you some understanding to why he's doing it. And that's, the knowledge and the wisdom of the gods. Let me explain to you what he's doing this for and why he's doing it, and love you through this, because it's going to happen regardless. I'm here to love you through this. Really? Yeah? And my love is what? Truth. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected. And smile, for Spirit loves you so much. I know, the Holy Spirits are here with me. Like, we've come a long way. I couldn't be here without them. Without them pushing me when I had no understanding and I'm crying and I don't want to do this. As I say Khalik, it's Kobe. It's like, oh shit, here he comes. It's like you're sitting in oh man, imagine when he steps in the room and he just comes in bigger than life, dude. The whole fucking stadium is dark and then the lights light up and it's fucking Kobe Bryant. Oh my God. You're about to play one hell of a game, bro. Like he's literally in a suit, dude. Is he about to play? Are we about to play Kobe Bryant? What's happening right now? That's what's happening. Tie up your shoes, people. Lace up. Really? Oh yeah. The big game's about to come by. As soon as you say Khalik, that's Kobe, bro. Oh fuck. I said the name. Don't say their name. It's worse than Beetlejuice. Relationship message. Spirit has a plan, and that plan is to place you in front of the right person at the right time. That's it. Timing is everything on this one. Meaning what? When they're ready, I'm ready. I'm just being ready. What am I supposed to do? Rush it? Where am I rushing? I'm American. I'm American. I love that story. I love that saying. I'm not rushing to do anything. I'm American. You have met or are about to meet someone vitally important in your journey, someone Spirit wants to bring into your life. I told you he's bringing me a Joseph to stand by me and help me do all this. Yes, what a beautiful man that must be. I can't wait. Only divine forces can plan this meeting. That means nobody can interfere. This was made to be. You can't stand between God and his plan, bro. He planned this shit for a long, long, long time. It's in the books. There's 2 of us, and they shall bear witness. Okay, we're gonna watch this shit go down. You ready? Are you ready? It is out of your hands. I don't have it. I keep trying to make some guy this guy. I can't make him that guy, bro. I tried. I was sure it was you and him and them and they. I can't. Only they know who this guy is. I really feel like my spirit guides and have a very they have a strong preference, but even they can't say. We can all choose what we want for my life, but in the end, it's God, and that's it. Like, they didn't want me to take that magical attack. They stood there like, oh fuck, really? That God told them to get out of the way, bro. This one's coming in. They didn't want me to fucking do that. They didn't want me to get hurt. They didn't want that to happen. They have to stand back and let God have his way. And they're there to, you know what I mean, pick me up after it happens. Realistically, yeah, you're about to learn. God said you have to learn a lesson. I gotta go away for a minute. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch you get spanked by the universe. But they can't do anything. And in this particular instance, it's like, you know, the cock block can't stop this one. And realistically, when God says, they don't even try. It's just, they, you know, what we feel and think, you know what I mean? Nope, this would be a good fit. Nope, God says, get out of the way. And that's where, you know what I mean? Especially when it comes to Gabriel. God says. That's God's voice. God said. God said this is the one, bro. I can't say it's not. When Gabriel says it is. There's no arguing. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. I am the only one that argued this fucking angel at the beginning of time, and this is why I'm here today. I'm not arguing with him anymore. He told me that that was the one, and I didn't listen to him. And I went through a lifetime of fucking hell to come back and say, all right, which one? Which one? Which one, Gabriel? Damn, can I have them all? No, I said this one. Which one, Gabriel? I'm ready, Gabriel. God damn it. I had to fucking surrender fully to that angel, the voice of God, bro. Seriously? 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 Yes, and whoever he is, he'll have to surrender to his calling too. You can't deny this. You know it in your heart. You're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be making babies and shit and doing all this shit. Being famous and shit. Making music and shit. Traveling and shit. All kinds of great shit. Shit. Really? Yep, you know who you are. I just don't. I really don't. They didn't let me. Why? Because I would have tried to make this happen faster. If I knew who you were, I would have tried harder. Really? Yeah, I wouldn't have messed around with all this bullshit. But I needed to go through the bullshit to learn all these lessons. This is some bullshit. Do you know what I had to go through to get to you? Let me show you. We're going to be rich and famous off all the bullshit I had to go through to get to you. Really? Yeah, it's a documentary of my life. Victory and success are yours. The choice you have made in the past have prepared you for the opportunity now before you. This is your lucky moment. The timing is perfect. That was the prosperity message. Protection message. Perhaps you felt almost certain that serendipitous events were meant to lead to something better. It was supposed to be the perfect business or that person that gave... I heard a frequency in my ear. That gave your heart to was supposed to be the one. Yet, it fell apart. I mean, it did. What the fuck is going on with this guy? Consider this. Sometimes synchronicity and serendipity comes together to lead you directly into difficulty in order to deliver an important lesson you need to learn before you hit the jackpot. I need to go buy my lotto ticket. Don't get caught up in the drama of disappointment. There really is a silver lining in the cloud. That's why I was like, I don't even see this as a loss. I've seen it as a gateway to something great. Do you hear that? I'm like a child with a balloon when it comes to that. Why? Because he's in the energy fields. Really? Yeah. It's just a pause in the energy. It's like he's moving the energy. Energy flows through through the wind and all of that. That's going to be interesting. All right, go on. There's a silver lining. Spirit always knows what you need and is guiding you to where you are meant to go. Pay attention to the signs presented to you. And that's where you have to be very observant to what God's trying to teach you and tell you to do. And realistically, I had to go there. I had to have all those failures to get my win. I had to do all of that, and it wasn't a failure. It was a healing journey and a lot of harsh lessons learned. We can look back and understand why it didn't work with each and every single one. Why none of this worked out. And how it actually worked out because it didn't work out. That the working of it was all that it was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be a grand prize. I wasn't supposed to get nothing more than a lesson or a paycheck. A reality check is what I heard. That's it. That's all. I had to go there to get here. I had to, you know what I mean? That's just realistic. It's like when you meet that love of your life, it's like you realize it's like, this is why everything else didn't work out. It's for this moment. And I said it. I had to get divorced to meet the love of my life. And at that point, I never even believed in love. But that's where it is I had to start believing and working through my barriers and my fears and all of my low vibrational behaviors and triggers and stuff before I could even do this again. And after a long time coming, and you listen to my stories, it's unbelievable fucking recovery. It's like, damn, how does a person go from all of that kind of sexual abuse and trauma to be out there to get close again? People like me don't come back from that. They don't go back into intimate relationships at all. They're completely cut off. And I'm going to teach people that have been through that type of fucking lifestyle, that have never had love, how to become love again. How to love themselves through it and become an expression of love, just doing it. That's the fame. And the fortune, realistically, nah, bro, we're not balling out. The fortune is to build God's kingdom. We need to build communities for these people so that they can have a place where they can call home. Because realistically, they're not just like me. They're not going to fit in that world after they start becoming loving beings. They're going to be, that world is too harsh for them. They need a loving place to call home. So that's where all that money comes from. Don't get too excited on the lottery. That's for God's plan too. He's got plans for all this. He holds the fucking everything. Especially the fucking money. He gets the money in the bank. Don't get me wrong. We'll have everything we need, but our job is to provide for those that, the needy. Really? Yeah. So, hey, I'm going to go and start some part of my day. I have all these great plans in the mornings of all these things, and then the Holy Spirit's like, none of that is important. And it absolutely isn't. I just be wanting to do some stuff. And then it's like, no. And that's where you redirect the energy. Instead of just going out and spending money, spending time, spending energy, wasting gas, you find another way to redirect it where it's not, costly. This was actually, helpful instead of hurtful. Because all the other shit I had planned to do today was just going to burn me out. All right, well, with that being said, we'll see what we do and what it is. And it's all good stuff, I suppose. Or it's not. We're just learning. You're going into the dark night of the soul, which is a lot of learning. That's it. You're going to learn tough lessons. That's all we all do around here. We just learn. Welcome to this fucking hard knocks of life. Yeah? Yeah. Hey, I love you guys. I'll catch you later. Haters.